Welcome back to the podcast. We got Motivational Mike, Lucas Montana, ready to go. So, yeah, how you guys been?
Been good. Can't complain. Happy to be back.
It's good. What about you, Lucas?
Chilling, dude. Chilling.
So, I was just kind of looking on my phone and I was scrolling and I see how people I'd known in high school are so different now. I guess like they might have changed or they grew. Like when I first met Lucas, I was really immature and I changed for the better and grew as a person, and now we're friends again. So do you guys think it's good when people change a lot, and do you believe people can change?
Yeah, I do think people can really change. Just depends how bad they really want it. And that goes with so many things. And I think just to like add on to like what you said, I feel like since both you guys matured, I feel like I could see like it from the both of you that you both are closer and on a deeper level. And like you guys reconnected. So it's just good that you guys really both changed for the better.
I agree, I think. You say like change is important? What was your question again?
I just asked, like, do you think it's a good thing, or do you think it's important? Do you think people can even change, or they're always the same person deep down?
I mean, I can relate this to two people.
Go for it.
I do think people can change, but some people, I think it just depends on the person when it comes to change. I think change can happen once you realize the situation you're in and you want to pivot yourself out of that situation because you don't like the life you're living anymore. And you could be a simpleton and just be happy where you're at and don't want to change and the stuff you do.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've met both kinds of people, and sometimes you have to learn to realize that like the people that are simple can't always connect with the people that want to change.
You tend not to surround yourself with the simpletons as much.
It's not surround. It's just they don't see the vision you see, and there's no point of being next to somebody or being with someone who just doesn't see what you see, because you won't be able to grow. You just stay capped. Like there's that experiment. I think there's an experiment. I forgot the experiment. It's like you put like something in the jar, and it won't fly all the way out. It'll stay in that area if you open the jar.
Oh, I know what you mean.
You know what I'm talking about?
Like flies in like a jar, I think, right?
Yeah. It's like this type of insect in a jar. You let it live there. It grows there, and then when you open it, that fly won't leave the jar
because it's already tried so many times to escape, and once it can, it won't, because it doesn't know like that they can escape, basically.
Exactly.
So I'd say that change, I think like Michael, what he always says, nothing changes if nothing changes. When I first started the podcast, I never really wanted guests on. I didn't even want to be on the podcast. I was so shy, and I liked my own bubble. I liked just talking about what I wanted to talk about. And then when my parents came up to me, they said, would you want to have a guest on the podcast and stuff like that? My first guest, I was shitting myself. I was so scared. It was John Prince. And I ended up like stuttering in the beginning of the episode. It was a shit show, because when you get out of your comfort zone, when you change and you grow, it's really scary at first. That's like me and Michael going away for college. It's very different. So how has college and your change, your experiences, or the new job you have, how has that shaped you to who you are now? And do you notice a difference from who you were before?
I mean, I'll go, but I was going to say, like, from what you said about the guests, you've definitely come so far. You've interviewed so many guests, and you got 2 co-hosts now that are helping you. But, well, just before I answer, I was just going to say, so you were going to do just a podcast by yourself? Basically,
I was going
like a monologue?
to manage the podcast, and I was going to have Zach and Xander be on it talking about MMA. I don't even know what I was thinking.
Oh, so you're going to like hire them as your
basically
host? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then I realized, I said, damn, I should go on it. Why not?
Yeah.
But
you've definitely improved. But to answer your question, from working the jobs, I feel like it's a lot easier for me to connect with people and just to make that step in meeting someone, because I'm in the service industry and I'm meeting new people every day, and I've come to like that a lot. feel like I've come out of my shell more. And also from doing this podcast, like what you said, I was also kind of like reserved when I first came on the podcast, and you guys had me on, and then I kept coming back. But I would say also like I branched out a lot more after going to college and meeting new people, like from you guys and just like classes and stuff.
Lucas, have you had any experiences where you had to kind of adapt to a new environment and you saw yourself grow?
I mean, yeah. When I joined, when you go to campus in college, I mean, it doesn't matter if you go out of school or if you stay in state. It's like, the thing is like, yeah, it's like you guys left, friends leave, you stay, and you're just like, what do I do now? Like, you have to go out there and make new friends. You can't stay, be at home, do the same routine over and over again. It doesn't work like that. I mean, yeah, I had to go out there and what the fuck? I had to go out there and meet new people, which I did.
I tried fighting it at first. When I went to college at Tampa, the whole first semester, you guys know that, I came back like every single weekend. I tried fighting it. Yeah, I mean, it was just so boring, so I didn't give myself a chance to make friends. And then the second semester, I told myself I'm going to try, I'm going to get out there. And then I ended up meeting new people, growing as a person. So that was really good. I mean, another question kind of going on a different topic, but different part of this. Do you guys think that you could help? I know we always say could only change if they want it for themselves, but do you guys think someone could have an impact on someone's growth or change?
Yeah, definitely. I think the person just has to be there in the right place at the right time, at the right moment. And the person that wants to change has to be receptive to it and pretty open-minded. And I feel like once you've changed before, you're more susceptible to change in the future. That's what I think. So that's my thoughts.
You don't think so, Lucas?
I feel like it's the environment
Yeah.
you put yourself in. I mean, it does depend on the person too, but like once you see a change of environment, you kind of like open up these new doors, and then that allows you to meet these people that help you change and bring you to a different path and from what you were on before.
But I feel like to counter that, I feel like it's the people that make the place, like wherever you go, like it's a restaurant who's taking care of you. If you're in class, it's like the people. So I feel like people is more impactful than the environment.
Last night I went on a walk with Michael, and we had like a very deep conversation. I opened up to him because yesterday, I'll share it. Yesterday was like the anniversary of my ex. Me and my ex's when we first started dating. We dated for a while, like a year and a half or something. So it meant a lot to me. It was very deep. And when I spoke to Michael, I opened up with him about a lot of it. And what I realized is I had the question in my mind, can people really change? Because when I spoke to Michael about it, when she was with me, she was very different than she was when I first met her. Like when she was with me, she started growing as a person and kind of edged away from these friends that she had that were keeping her in her inner circle. She started to branch out, make new friends, go out. And then when we stopped dating, I looked on social media and she's back being friends with those kids. It looks like she's getting back to how she used to be. I'm not calling her out or anything, but can people really change? Do you think deep down they're always the same person they used to be?
What if she was happy that way?
What if she was? Like, what if I was the person that messed her up trying to get her to be someone she wasn't? There's many ways to look at it, but what do you guys think about that?
I think deep down, we all have this identity of ourselves that we create in our own heads, and we want to be that person. And I think people do change, but at the end of the day, we're still going to be that type of identity to ourselves, no matter if that identity is different to you or this person or another person. Because if you think about it, my identity of Michael is different from Michael's coworker's identity of himself. Michael's mom's identity is a different identity from like all of ours. So it's different. So change is going to happen. It's going to be different, but it's just, you'll still be you deep down, but like I could be in a relationship and I can't be myself, but deep down you guys know how I am, or I can be in a relationship and she knows me more than you guys know me now. It just depends on the identity you give to that person.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works.
Yeah. I mean, like what you said, like the identity part in a relationship, I feel like it's a little bit different because your girlfriend should really be your number one best friend. And it's such an intimate relationship. But also on the identity part, I feel like the less identities you give to other people, the more genuine you are and the happier you are. And you're just happier in general. But I mean, I feel like with your ex, like, don't you think she changed because she got into a relationship with you? Otherwise, she just would have stayed single.
I don't know. I mean, I think that there is we both came from two totally different pasts. Like I told you last night, I think that we both got brought up in totally different ways. And what my morals were, her morals weren't. And what her morals were, my morals weren't. So it was so hard because we were trying to teach each other or help each other grow in the way that we wanted each other to grow, not in the way that, like, it's kind of hard to understand, but like
you guys didn't really have common ground.
Not
like
really.
in the
I mean,
sense
it was just we're not together anymore. It wasn't too well. But have you guys ever, like Lucas was saying, you could have so many different identities. Like people can look at you in so many different ways. Have you guys ever like tried to or change for someone and then realize that's not who you are?
I feel like we all try to put on an identity to help us out.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, well, maybe not. I mean, well, sometimes you got to. It's kind of like not like it's kind of a way to build a sense of confidence into yourself because if it's called self-affirmation, if you like really believe in it and like you tell yourself this every time, like you could kind of use that as something to help you like be more confident in what you do. Like I mean, I'm trying to think. Like at
Have
work,
you ever changed for someone?
have I ever changed for someone?
Yeah, or something like let's say you.
Not that I can recall.
Let's
I
say like,
probably
you work
have.
at you work at Psycho Bunny and you're changing.
Oh yeah, of course I
not
got to
being
change the way I
yourself.
act at Psycho
Yeah.
Bunny. Yeah, I mean I'm selling. I can't like be like myself. Like you got to change, bro. You got to like be nice to people. You can't be like, bro. I can't be like, yo, dog. I don't want to deal with you today, bro. Just leave the store. I can't be saying that to people. I gotta be like, hello, welcome.
So you're acting professional in that sense. Like
yeah.
based on what you're doing.
got it,
I get
yeah.
that. Yeah.
But like,
So when is it right to like have that short term change, and when is an
what's
exceptional?
the short term change?
Like you just explained in Psycho Bunny, you change like for a short term, and then you go back to how you were before.
When's it important to have that?
Yeah.
I mean, you just know when it's important to have. I don't think I could like properly explain that to you. I mean, here's the thing. One thing I've learned from this professor for like speeches and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one thing my professor told me is like he's the speech professor I was talking about that I really don't like, but he's actually like really good at his job and what he does. He says he's very introverted, right? And he doesn't like doing things or doing his job or like just talking to people. But his job is literally business communications, like how to present yourself, how to speak to people, how to hold speeches in front of like big crowds. And he does a great job of it. The reason why is because he makes this idea, like it's the first impression that matters. So like he puts this identity of himself as being someone who's like great at speech. It's just a lot of psychology. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a lot. It's a lot of psychology and like using your first impression to come off as like something you aren't to other people, because it's sometimes you have to put up like you have to put a wall up. It just depends on the scenario. Like I can't give you like a concrete
I kind of think I know what you're saying.
It's like, bro, if I'm going to a job interview, of course I'm gonna put up a wall, bro. I have to, because I'm trying to act professional. When Michael goes to Eddie V's, you're not gonna act like how you act with us.
Of course,
you're not.
I can add on to that. Like,
yeah, you're not gonna be like
he wants to add on so bad.
Like in a professional environment, like what we were saying, maybe if you have a customer, like if I'm a server, maybe the first couple of times I'll be really professional, and then I'll start like, I don't know, because maybe I get to know you and I can like joke around with you a little bit more, get to know you on a personal level. I feel like that's how I would attack it. But
yeah, for example,
like a stranger,
Michael,
you can't really do that.
You're at Eddie V's, right?
Mhm.
and then you're at Kiki's.
Mhm.
Your identity at Eddie V's is way different than you're at Kiki's.
Yeah, it is. It is.
You're not serving the same way you do, right?
Yeah.
At Kiki's, you're more like,
It's not. Yeah. The stakes aren't really as high, but I know what you mean.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I totally get what you mean.
I mean, yeah, going back to that question, bro, about the short-term change, I think it's good to have. It's a good skill to master. You have to master. Like, it's just the art of persuasion, bro. You gotta learn how to, like, sometimes you gotta learn how to be someone you're not, to become the person you are. I don't know how to explain it.
Sometimes you have to. Whoa,
we got to break that down. Yeah, we got to break that down.
Say that one more time.
I said sometimes you have to learn to be something you're not to become who you are.
Maybe to become who you want to be.
Yeah.
Oh, could that work?
Wait, say it, Michael.
Sometimes you have to act like the person you're not to become the person you want to be.
So that's fake it till you make it.
Basically.
That's like what we talked about
another way
in the
to say
podcast.
It,
yeah.
Basically.
It's not fake it till you make it. It's all about, I mean, yes, it is, but
it is, but
I don't want to portray it as that.
It's a simpler way of saying it, but yeah.
I think it is important. I mean, I don't know, but back to what you're saying about like your ex and all that. You do think you know someone, right? Like who they really are and their true intentions in life and what they have for you and what they give to you, but you don't. That's how it is with everything. You're never going to know anyone to their true potential of who they are.
That's what I told Michael.
Unless you build that trust with that person. That's the thing. Because I don't know how your relationship with her was or what you guys did or how you guys built it or how your structure was. If it was a strong base or if it wasn't a strong structure, you know. They say Rockefeller, I think he said this, you can't build a tall building without a strong foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Michael knows.
Yeah.
So if you have that communication, have that foundation with that partner, maybe it would have been different. Maybe you did have it, but maybe you guys just really just didn't go well together. You don't know. You guys tried it. It didn't work, you know? And there's another thing. Would you give it a second chance if she said, let's do it again?
Would I?
Yeah.
I don't know. But going off of this, I think that, like you said, you never really know who a person is. Like they say a bunch of things, but their intentions and their actions kind of show who they are, I would say. But
yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, going off onto another topic, I think that what people do after a relationship or after a friendship ends or after you get fired from a job shows who you really are. I think there's two ways you could handle it. I think, like we talked about before this podcast, revenge or grow. Lucas, you said they're both like the same thing. I want to hear your point of view on this, and then I'll talk about it.
The reason I kind of see revenge and growth as the same thing. Well, when you first said that, I was thinking, wait, it's the same thing because like I'm using the opportunity of like think of it like a revenge stage. Like what I meant by revenge is like kind of like growing because like just getting better yourself. That's what I kind of thought about it. Like showing that you're like, you know, once you're out of the relationship, you know, a lot of people say like they're out of the relationship and now they look better looking. They're going to the gym, this, that, all stacking up.
That's growth. No?
Yeah, I thought that was kind of like revenge. I wasn't thinking like revenge in like that way.
But what do you guys think about that? Because I think that it shows who you are as a person. Like if you hop out of a relationship and get in another relationship right away, or stop being friends with someone and then go talk shit about them behind their back, I think that shows your character and it shows that you're not a good person. But if you move on and then start growing yourself, maybe focusing on yourself, going to the gym, eating healthy, spending time with family, I feel like that's a whole nother route.
I would say the difference, revenge is more doing something to get back at maybe your ex or for someone else. Mm-hmm. And growth is doing something for yourself and maybe forgetting about the past of what they did to you and maybe just completely moving on from that in order to grow. Because if someone's like is rent free in your head and then you try to maybe go to the gym, that's when it becomes vengeful. But if you just completely move on and let bygones be bygones, then you're on the path to growth.
Yeah, I don't think it's good to forget what someone's done to you. Never forget the past, because if that person comes
Forgive but
back
not
into,
forget.
yeah, exactly. If they come back into your life, you don't want that same thing to happen to you again. But I do want to add on to what Michael said about that. Revenge is your
Go for it.
fuel. I do agree on that. Like when I first got into my breakup with my first ex, I used it as like kind of fuel for me to go to the gym and just get stronger and like kind of motivation. So that's what I meant by like revenge, kind of like did give me growth at the same time.
I had this friend. You guys know him. Michael probably knows him. So this friend, he told me like back then, like this is like when I was like, I don't know, I was kind of shy and stuff. He said like he would always date girls. Like he would be dating someone. And I'd be like, why do you always dating someone? And why do you break up with them? Like, why do you guys break up right away? And he goes, fuel, bro. He goes, I date them and then I hit my PR in the gym and then I date another girl and then go crazy in the gym. He goes, I'm telling you. And now he's like 300 pounds playing football. So I guess it's working for him. But there's so many ways to look at it like that. But I feel like that's just maybe too much fuel, right? Yeah, I mean, there's two ways to look at it. I mean, you're either healing or you're plotting. When you grow or you plot revenge. I mean, do you think it's ever right to get payback for something?
No.
Never?
Yeah, I don't think it's always right. I mean, I'll go. I mean, I think plotting can only get you so far, and you can only do it for so long. I feel like you can get way farther if you just plan like to grow without thinking of another person in mind, or like something maybe happened to you that wasn't how you wanted it to go. I think you can just get way farther like growing.
He did it.
Yeah. What do you think, Lucas?
Yeah, I feel like as much as you want to get payback and show revenge on them, it just truly shows the type of person you are. And I don't think you want to be that type of person. Or if you are, go ahead. But I don't think that type of person's good, because during that phase of like revenge and like trying to get payback, you're only hurting yourself as well, because you're still thinking about them. You're still doing those things because of that one person. How are you gonna dictate one person to ruin your whole entire life like that just because they hurt you that badly? Like, come on, get a grip.
I see what you both are saying, but let's say you're at a party and someone, like we'll go off relationship, someone shoves you or someone punches you. Are you going to turn around and get payback and punch them back, or are you going to walk away or they hit your friend or something?
I think that's different. Maybe that's just defending yourself in the moment. But what I was going to say for the revenge, like what Lucas was saying, it's not worth it just getting revenge on someone, maybe in a relationship, someone that cheated on you or something like that. You shouldn't stoop to their level, and two wrongs don't make a right in that situation. You really just shouldn't go to that level, and you should just move on, be the better person, and maybe they might see it, but it doesn't matter if they see it at the end of the day. Just be a better person.
Or here's another example.
Wait, I was going to answer your example.
All right, go for it.
Yeah, if someone shoves me and I'm like out, I wouldn't really mind it. Like, I'm not going to like pay attention to it, but I would just get like clocked out of nowhere. Yeah, I think it's kind of like, now I got to like punch back because I just got clocked out of nowhere. Like, there's a difference from like shoving. I'm like, all right, it's cool. Like, I really don't care. Like, you can shove me all you want, but like punch is different. I mean, that's when you gotta fight back, because like you have the right to fight back. A shove, like if someone shoves you, and then you go for the punch, you're the one who's in trouble, even though they shoved you first.
And what about like when we pranked you that one day? We put a bunch of shopping carts around your car. Is payback okay for that?
I
that was lighthearted though. That wasn't
still, but I feel like that
wasn't with ill intent. Though.
Okay, like if you're doing it as jokes and stuff.
I mean, jokes can only go so far.
I mean, he would have to prank us all individually.
Like when we fucked with Tommy a lot.
Yeah, stuff can go far, and you don't realize how far it goes because you're using it as your entertainment.
Was that really far? The shopping carts that bad?
No. I really didn't care.
Oh, it's funny.
No, I'm saying like the Tommy stuff.
Oh yeah, that goes pretty far.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we just use it as a source of entertainment, which is not a good thing.
Yeah. All right. What's your biggest take from this podcast, guys?
Luke is still thinking, but I would say, guys, Okay, no, it's fine. I'm just teasing you, man. I'm just teasing you, bud. I would say like Lucas's professor said, man, first impressions only come around once, guys, and you gotta put on your best face when you're meeting someone new. You never know who you might meet. You could change their life, they could change yours, and just be the bigger person, guys. Two wrongs don't make a right. That's my takeaway.
Michael, say my quote, bro. You know the quote I just made up.
All right, I got you. Sometimes you gotta act like the person you're not to be the person you want to become. That's
it.
Lucas's takeaway. Now, what's yours, Tanner? Let's wrap it up.
That's it, Lucas?
Yeah.
Got it? All right. My takeaway is I think it's sometimes like okay to change and grow if it's for a positive or if you're taking a chance or taking a risk. Like if you're in a relationship and someone points some stuff out that'll help you grow or better yourself, maybe you should try it. Then if you feel like you're not yourself, you feel like, damn, this isn't me. Like I feel weird. Then it's not for you. So I think you should always just pick and choose when you feel like you should want to grow or you should change. If you want to try something new, it's okay to do that. So I'll end it off right there. Thanks for listening. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Nice talking with you guys.
Goodbye.
Peace and love, baby. Peace and love.